Eventing, this is when you always want to say the next thing we're going to talk about is cross country. Shall we skip to the good bit?
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be our final day.
Welcome back. It's Wednesday. How the devil are we all doing? First things first, let's get rid of the elephant in the room. Shell, why are you not sat on your straw? I've used it, pals, I've used it. So not thinking about where am I going to vlog from now. I've just used it. Can I get on it a little bit? Ooh, I might be able to. Come walk with me. If I fall off this again. Yay! Welcome back. Next we're going to talk about cross country. So how do I train for cross country at home? I find this kind of probably one of the most easiest bits, because we have a vast, big cross-country playing field that I'm going to take you on today. I'm going to actually do this video in two parts, because as I was going around filming the cross-country bit and trying to explain what I do with the boys and why, there's an element of fitness and terrain and dealing with all that, and then there's the jumping element as well, and there's different ways how you can deal with it, because not gonna lie, you're not gonna find massive combinations out in the good old bridal ways, so you do have to recreate them at home. So I thought I'd do this one first, which we look at what I'm going to show you, terrain and fitness, and then I'm going to do another one where I show you what cross-country fences me and Tan have made, and also how we can simulate some of the very popular combinations like a rail ditch rail, or a ditch, or a corner, or a skinny, or a brush, because we've captured it all, we've done it all. So first of all, we're going to talk about what we can do when we're out and about, and this is my favourite bit. So I love hacking. I'm the OG hacking girl, and even now I absolutely love just tacking the boys up and just going for a wander. But there's so much you can do while you're out there as well, and there's things that you probably ride past that would be beneficial to your cross-country skills. So as we always do, let's have a bit of a recap on cross-country. Again, Reginald's done a lot more than Mo, so you'll see a little bit of Reginald's bit of journey. He hates water. That is Reginald's crux. What's that Harry Potter thing? Is it your crux? I don't know. There's something that's like Superman's kryptonite. Reginald's water. I've spent 2 years now getting him through water, and he's still 60-40. I would say on the day it could be I'm going to go through it or I'm not. It's still a work in progress. Mo has done very little cross-country, so he's been cross-country schooling once. Again, check out the story of Mo if you want to see that, because I've popped some bits on there. And we've done little bits around the farm. So let's pop that in now. She's getting on with her transitions.
Even soon as you came across who I am not. This party sucks, I'm out of luck, and no one seems to get me here. They talk about some other stuff that I don't even want to hear. The crazy part is that I didn't feel this way before I got here. I wanna be somebody, hanging with somebody, Can I be somebody, dancing with somebody? I wanna be somebody,
Absolutely my favourite phase. I was terrified of it at first, and one of the main learning things for me was you think you're going fast and you're not. You've got to learn speed, and I've only learnt that this year. So that's a little recap on our cross country. Hope you enjoyed. I always like to look back, it's great for me. Now I'm going to take you on a little jaunt and show you how you can train your horses for the basic elements of cross country free gratis, free of charge. First of all, I need a pony to tack up, and today we're going to take Reginald. Welcome to the biggest cross-country play area that you can find, the good old Yorkshire countryside. And this plays a massive part in getting both boys fit. It also plays a part in getting them used to going cross-country. So the terrain is fantastic because it differs, and so it gets them used to going up and down dale. There is so many cross-country elements that you might never think of that you will come across that you can practice your cross-country riding. So hopefully today I've got the lovely Reginald, as you've seen, being tacked up. I'm going to show you how you can utilise your hacks for improving your cross-country riding. And as you can see, well, lovely PPE again. One day I'll get a lovely nice matching base layer, but until that day we are where we are. So yeah, these are the hacks that are near us. I'm very blessed. We do have some excellent hacks around here. I do have road work to get there, but it's very minimal, and then we get on some beautiful, I'll show you my view at the moment, some beautiful countryside. And yeah, let's go and practice some cross country at home. Let's go. Thinking, if you don't have lots of great hacking, there's always the opportunity to maybe box up and try and find somewhere. Every day's a school day. I love that one as well. Every day's a school day. Right, let's get on it. So even when we get to elements like this, which is literally just a step up from the field, this gets them very used to stepping up, stepping down, different terrain. So Reginald's quite used to this. Go me! And we're onto the bridle path. So I think it's just key to remind yourselves that even the little bits like that, it's always a learning curve. And for like Mo, you can come, well done Reg, you can come up and down that several times to get him used to, yeah, going from up to down. So one thing that I absolutely love about this hack, and it's the reason I do it, it's about 6 miles all the way around. So like I said, great for fitness. There's a lot of light to dark in it, so a lot of different shadows that come up on the terrain, and it's just really good for them when you know, when you get them out cross country and you're going from wooded areas to not so wooded areas, and some can be quite susceptible to light and dark. I love this section. So this is an actual bridle path, and it just helps the horses get used to that different experience. So yeah, it's great. See, little Reginald has no problem with going up and down this track. He's quite used to it now. When he first came on here, it took a while and we had to use a bit of leg and just getting used to it, but now, yeah, we're okay. When the ground gets a bit softer, we can actually trot a bit up here and canter. This hack also is great for desensitization of babies, because we're going to come up to a very different noise distraction. I don't know whether you can hear it, but you will damn see it in a moment. And to start off with these, what I tend to do is walk the horses over it first, so they get used to it, they feel confident, and then we can ride over. Welcome to the M18! So here we have something coming up now that I spent so long with Reginald in particular. He is not a fan of water, so wherever there is some, we try and make our own water jumps. So here we have a beautiful water complex. It might not look like the ones at Astonley Walls or Epworth, but we're going to make this to our favour. So for Reginald and these, we're going to trot through it because he needs to create that forward impulsion. And for Mo, we just kind of walk through it to get him used to getting his feet wet and the water under him. But I love this. This has been a godsend in getting me clear rounds on that cross-country course. We're going up to a section now where, again, it just helps them We're going downhill actually, so that's always great for their footwork. But there's a little bridge with some running water underneath, and again it's great for desensitization. It's great for getting them to walk over different textures and different terrain. And yeah, Reginald never used to like this. Reginald has got a thing about water, but he never really used to like this at one point, but we're getting there. Success. Success. It's an actual bridle way. Now what this has got, which I really like, and people are like, how can you get the fun out of this? So this bridle path has got like little posts across it, a bit like steps every so often. And now what I do with that is I usually, and I will do in a minute, I'll try and do it one-handed. It's very difficult. Apologise for the filming. I'm going to show you actually. It's just coming up now. And it's got little steps, and so what I like to do is canter up here and try and get into a rhythm where we're pretending they're little jumps. There you go, like canter poles in the wild. As we go through, but I've popped the video on a Reginald view just so you can see these gates. So these are put on the end of our bridle paths. I'm going to walk him through the waters again, just so he gets used to that feeling of the water on his legs. So as you can see, these gates are on here. Now these are brilliant as just like walk jumps, so getting them to pick their legs up. Again, a bit of water therapy as we go along. But yeah, I like these. I wouldn't necessarily jump these, the ground on either side is not great, and plus there's a road, my friends. That's not safe. However, hoping you can hear me because I'm at the side of the M18 again. But I think also to remember, like when we're on a hack, I'm always leg yielding, we're working on the contact, we are doing trot work, we are making the most of it, because when you don't have the indoor school, etc., or when the grass arena that we use is too bad, or the ground is too bad, then this is the ideal place while you're out hacking to get your schooling working as well. So just did a bit of leg yielding up there. Doing good. M18. Can't say my horses aren't desensitized. Coming up to one of my favourite sections for cross-country training, and the reason why I don't think either of my boys have ever had a problem with steps. And apologies for the road noise, but here we have my own steps. So these, it just probably doesn't look like a big gradient on here, but these are fabulous steps for the boys to go up and down and get used to doing it at different paces as well. I'll see what I can film. Reginald likes this bit and he gets very antsy. One of mine and Reginald's favourite sections of the hike, and it's just great. You can have so much fun playing up and down them and walking down, trotting up, cantering up. I love it. I love it. You know, this is free cross-country training, people. Free with the good old Yorkshire countryside. Welcome to our ditch training. There they are. Up and down Dale. Now obviously I'm not going to do ditch training one-handed with a vlogging camera because hey, that's not safe, and I'm on my own hacking. I just have to be wary. But yeah, we can go up and across those. In the winter they're not as overgrown, so it's great, and we can just get them practicing their footwork. Reginald knows there's a gallop field up here, so we get very antsy. But yeah, there's a little ditch there to practice. So we started with Mo on that one, just popping him over it, little trot, little walk, and getting them to find their feet, and it's ideal. One of my absolute favourite natural training obstacles is this. So as you've seen as we've gone round, we are surrounded by a lot of motorways, the M1 and the M18. We have to go over them and we have to go under them, like a bear hunt. And so we've got a little water complex again here, but this is brilliant for light to dark. So if your horses are a little bit spooky about going somewhere dark, and the acoustics in here are also interesting. Like, Mo does not like this section and we've got to do a lot of work with him, but Reginald, absolute pro. Alright Reg, happy he is.
I wanna be somebody.
For steps, so here we have going through the woods, some more steps which take a little bit more fancy footwork because they're a little bit slippy. Wow. Okay. And who doesn't love at the hack a bit of a fitness gallop and canter? And that's what's coming up now. Reginald knows this.
Hanging with somebody.
What are you saying, Shell? Where is all the cross-country fences? We've created some fences at home as well. So there is a field that is located near our yard. It's a tiny little hack too. And there is some logs that have been placed there, probably only 60, 70 centimetres, but good for getting their eye in and getting them forward travelling. And we've also made our own cross-country fences. Tan again, because she's the creative one. I do this vlog in two parts. So this is kind of like the terrain, how I cross-country school on hacks, how I get the boys a little bit fitter, and then I'm going to do the jumping section in another one because I think it'll be too long otherwise. And there's lots that I do to like homemade cross-country fences which may be of some use. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm not on a road, by the way. This is the farm tracks. So we're just home now. I hope that has given you a little bit of an insight into a hack is never just a hack. It can always be a training exercise. It can always be fun, and I would rather do that a lot of the time than school. And I just think it keeps their brains active as well. It desensitizes. It's all good. So if you enjoyed that, like, comment and subscribe, and tune in for the next one where I'll try and show you how I can recreate cross-country fences at home and show you the very different boys, because Mo will be quite interested on this one because he's a little bit more spookier than Reginald sometimes. Cheers guys!
We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing
Great ideas for desensitization. Say that again, Shell.
this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about